So friends, in the last class, I was dealing with individual contact methods. So out of four individual contact methods, first one that is form and home visit. It is already covered in the last class. Form and home visit. ಇದನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಮತ್ತು ಮನೆ ಭೇಟಿ. ವಿಸ್ತರಣಾ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ರೈತರನ್ನು ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೋಮ್ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಅಂತ. So it is a direct form and home visit is a direct contact made by the extension worker with the farmers at his field or at his home for the specific purpose. It is a face-to-face contact, or it is a direct contact made by the extension worker with the farmer at his field or at his home. That is called as farm and home visit. Regarding objectives, procedure to be followed, all these things I have covered in the last class. So points to be remembered. What are the advantages of farm and home visit, and what are the limitations or the drawbacks of farm and home visits? All these things I have already covered in the last class. So let us see second individual contact method, that is called as result demonstration. ಇದನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಪ್ರಾತ್ಯಕ್ಷಿಕೆ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಪರಿಣಾಮಗಳನ್ನ ರೈತರ ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ಪರಿಣಾಮಗಳನ್ನ ರೈತರ ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಿಕೊಡುವುದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಡೆಮಾನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೂವಿಂಗ್ ದ ವರ್ತ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್. Proving the worth of new practice or showing the results of new practice in the farmer's field is called as ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಡೆಮಾನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್. ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ಪರಿಣಾಮಗಳನ್ನು ರೈತರ ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ರೈತರ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮನವರಿಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಡೆಮಾನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ so there are different types of let us see what do you mean by demonstration. Demonstration is a teaching method or a device. So demonstration is a teaching method. It is used for teaching the students or farmers. Demonstration is a teaching method used to teach or to show how to do a particular skill or practice in a better way, how to carry out a particular practice, or how to teach how to practice a particular skill in a better way. That is how to carry out the practice in a better way. That is nothing but demonstration. Demo ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತೀರಲ್ಲ, whenever some equipment is bought, whenever you want to purchase some equipments, so you see the demonstration, how it is carried out or how it is operated in a better way. So demonstration is a teaching method or device used to teach or to show how to do a particular skill or how to practice in a better way, how to carry out the practice in a better way. That is called as demonstration. There are four types of demonstration: result demonstration, method demonstration, whole form demonstration, and block demonstration. So result demonstration ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಪ್ರಾತ್ಯಕ್ಷಿಕೆ, ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಪ್ರಾತ್ಯಕ್ಷಿಕೆ, ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಹಿಡುವಳಿ ಪ್ರಾತ್ಯಕ್ಷಿಕೆ. ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಡೆಮಾನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಏನಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಪ್ರಾತ್ಯಕ್ಷಿಕೆ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಕವರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ as ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಪ್ರಾತ್ಯಕ್ಷಿಕೆ. So result demonstration, let us see the result demonstration. So result demonstration is the method of showing the people the value or worth of new practice. Result demonstration is method of showing the people the value or worth of new practice in order to show the results of the new practice, new variety, new chemical, new method of cultivation. So its results, what are the results in comparison with existing one? Result demonstration is the method of showing the people or proving the people before the people, proving the results of the people of a new practice. It is a method of teaching designed to show by example the practical application or utility of established practical applicability or practical utility. It is a method of teaching designed to show by example practical application or practical utility of the established facts or proven fact in the resuscitation. proven facts from the research are showed in the farmer's field. So what is it? That is, what is result demonstration? Result demonstration is a demonstration conducted in the farmer's field by the farmers. Result demonstration is a demonstration conducted on the farmer's field by the farmers himself, to show the worth of improved practices over existing one under the close supervision of extension worker. So in simple, result demonstration is a demonstration conducted by the farmer on his field under the close supervision of the extension worker to show the results of the new practice, over the existing one, or proving the results of the new practice over existing practice in the farmer's field itself. Here you are going to show the results of the improved practice or superiority of the improved practice over existing one in the farmer's field itself. So here the compare, in order to show the results of the superior improved variety or superiority of the improved variety, it is compared with existing one or local one. Here the comparison is made between the improved practice versus existing or old practice. If you are going to show the results, or if you want to prove the results of improved variety, so improved variety and local varieties are shown side by side and the results are compared. So that is something you are going to show the results of the improved variety in comparison with the existing variety to the farmers. That is called as result demonstration. ಪರಿಣಾಮಗಳು, ಹೊಸ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ಪರಿಣಾಮಗಳನ್ನು ರೈತರಿಗೆ ಮನವರಿಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡುವುದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಡೆಮಾನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. This is conducted for single practice. The result demonstration is conducted for showing the results of single practice. That, for example, variety. So other things are kept constant. You are comparing only variety. All the practices are followed as per the farmer's practice. Only variety. You are comparing existing variety and improved variety. That is conducted for a single practice, or, for example, improved variety. Or series, sometimes recommended practices include series of practices, more than one practice. For example, SRI method of paddy cultivation or improved cultivation practices of ground. SRI method of paddy cultivation, system of SRI means system price intensification. SRI method of paddy cultivation, it involves series of practice. Or improved cultivation practice of ground. If you want to show the uh, results of the adoption of improved cultivation practices of ground, starting from season of sowing, spacing, recommended dose of fertilizer application, treating the seeds with rhizobium. So everything, by adopting all the improved cultivation practices, superiority of adoption of improved series of improved cultivation practices over the existing practices. So that is why this is conducted for, the result demonstration is conducted for single practice or series of related practice or group of practices. This method is considered as complete, because here you are going to show the results by adopting series of cultivation practices, recommended practices, starting from sowing to harvesting. Here you are going to show the results of the improved cultivation practices starting from sowing to harvesting. So that is why it is called as, here you are going to prove the results. You are going to show the results. So that is why it is called as complete method. Objectives, or why it is objectives of result demonstration: to show the worth of new practice or to prove the worth of new practice over the existing one. So it is one of the important, it is one of the best method to show the worth of new practice in the farmership. So the first and foremost objective of result demonstration is to show the worth of new practice or to prove the worth of new practice over existing one. Here comparison is made between improved variety and existing variety. Then to convince the farmers about the recommended practice. It is one of the best method to convince the farmers about the improved cultivation practices by showing or by proving its results in the field itself, to convince the farmers about recommended cultivation practices. And for self-conviction, it also convinces the extension worker himself. The successful demonstration helps the farmers to develop confidence. So after conducting the successful demonstration in the farmer's field, he can confidently recommend the technology to the other farmers. Then to educate and motivate other farmers, the successful demonstration can be used to educate the other farmers in the village or neighboring farmers in the village, to educate and motivate other farmers to adopt the practice. After the successful demonstration, it is one of the best method to educate the other farmers and also motivate the other farmers, about the technology. Then establishes confidence on the part of farmer as well. So the successful demonstration establishes confidence of the farmers on the extension worker as well as extension work. Establishes the confidence on the part of the farmer as well as extension worker. It establishes the confidence of the extension worker about the technology and establishes the confidence of the farmers about the technology as well as extension worker. So these are the objectives. Then when we should use this method, when the practice or technology is new to the area or people, whenever you are introducing new variety, new practice, new chemical to the area. So under such situation, you should go for result demonstration. When other extension methods fail to convince the farmers, when other methods, radio is failed to convince the farmer, TV is failed to convince the farmers, then meeting is failed to convince the farmers, training is failed to convince. So this is one of the best method when other extension methods fail to convince the farmer about the technologies. So this method can be used. So what to do? The procedure to be followed. So similarly, what procedure you followed? There are three phases involved in the uh, farm and home visit. Here there are five phases involved in the successful conduct of the first phase, second phase, third phase, fourth phase, fifth phase, sixth phase, and seventh phase, eighth phase. There are eight phases, eight steps involved in conducting the successful result demonstration. First step. So in the first step, you should decide on what aspect I should conduct the result demonstration. Collect the facts, analyze the situation, and determine the need for demonstration. First, you should decide on which aspect or on which crop or on which variety or on which practice I should conduct the demonstration. That is, discuss with the local people and find out their needs, on which aspect they want demonstration, on which aspect they want improved cultivation practices. There may be different crops, on which crop they want. Then second one is, after discussing with other people, decide upon the specific purpose, decide on the topic and write down the statement of objectives. So decide the practice on which you want to conduct the demonstration, whether you want to conduct the demonstration on improved variety of red gram, improved variety of groundnut, or improved variety of soybean, or any other recommended cultivation practices of these crops, and write down the objectives. Decide the topic of demonstration and write the objectives. Then third, after deciding the demonstration subject, consult the subject matter specialist for info. Collect all possible info. Suppose if you are decided to conduct demonstration on improved varieties of red gram or improved varieties of soybean, so you collect all the information from the concerned scientist about the variety as well as about the other improved cultivation practice of that particular variety. Make subject as simple and clear cut as possible. Make the information as simple and clear cut. It should not be difficult to understand by the farmers. Make simple and clear. Make it clear so that it is not misunderstood by the farmers. That means make the subject as simple, using simple words, simple sentences, simple language, and clear cut. So each sentence should spell out only one idea. There should not be more than one idea in a single sentence. Try to give the ideas one by one. Then decide upon the evidences needed. So on which aspect, on which variety you want to compare, which is the variety the farmers are growing, which variety you are going to into. So you have to evidence comparison malike. You should decide which variety I should use, and local proof will be established. Determine the number of demonstrations need to be accomplished the purpose. So, for example, if you are conducting the demonstration in the particular village or in the particular taluka to educate all farmers in the village or all farmers in the taluka, so many demonstrations I should conduct. If there are 2 to 3,000 farmers in the particular village, so if you conduct only one demonstration, so it is very difficult to educate all the farmers. So you can you can plan for 3 to 4 demonstration in the village in the different directions or in the different roads. Thereby it helps to convince or educate more number of farmers. Outline the definite plan of work and put it in writing. So prepare the plan of work. That is series of activities that we carried out starting from sowing to harvesting and put it in a writing. Prepare the calendar of operations, date wise. Suppose if you are planning to conduct the demonstration on soybean. So soybean season starts in the month of June. So starting from sowing to harvesting, what are the activities to be carried out? When these activities to be carried out, everything should be put it in writing. Then select the demonstrator. After deciding the demonstration, then you should select the demonstrator. Selection of the cooperating demonstrator is also one of the important aspect in conducting the demonstration. So consult with the local leaders as well as progressive farmers and select the demonstrator who commands the confidence. In consultation with the local leaders and local people, you should select the demonstrating farmers. The demonstrating farmers should have command. Demonstrator who commands the confidence and respect of his neighbors. He should have confidence of the others in the village, and he should have respect in the village, and who is interested in improving upon uh, his practices. So such demonstrator you should select. Select demonstration in meeting if possible. Conduct the meeting in the village and educate the people about the demonstration and select the in consultation with the local people. You select the demonstrator. Thereby you can avoid misunderstanding among the people. Visit the prospective demonstrator field. After selecting the demonstrator, you should select the mm, prospective demonstrator. To visit the prospective demonstrator field to make sure that all the conditions are ideal for conducting the demonstration. So after deciding the demonstrator, you should visit his field and see the condition of the field, whether it is suited for conducting the demonstration. You require ideal field for conducting the demonstration. That's why before going for directly conducting the demonstration, after selecting the demonstrator, you should visit the prospective demonstrator field to make sure that all the conditions are ideal for conducting the demonstration. Then the demonstrator should be willing for demonstration to be used for teaching. The demonstrator should be willing to use the demonstration plot for educating the other power. The successful demonstration plot, so you are going to use for educating the others. You should have interested in that. After that, you should not quarrel with the extension of these. Afterwards, he should not object. So the demonstrator should be willing for demonstration plot to be used for teaching other farmers. That you should be convinced before the conducting the demonstration. Convince the demonstrating farmers about his responsibility for successful conduct of demonstration. So what is his role? Educate the farmers, educate the demonstrating farmers about what is his role, what are the resources he should spare. Suppose if you are conducting the demonstration, on improved variety, except the you are giving only the seeds of improved variety. So other things you should manage: application of the fertilizer, sowing, intercultivation, weeding, spraying. Everything should be done by the farmers with his own resources. So that you should make it clear. The demonstrator should have to secure necessary physical equipments. So they convince the demonstrating farmers about his responsibility for the successful completion of the demonstration and its impact upon the community. The demonstrator should have to secure the necessary physical equipments, necessary equipments such as sowing equipments, spraying equipments, weeding equipments, etc. The demonstrator should have uh, to secure the necessary physical equipments, supplies, and materials to carry out demonstration to a successful conclusion. Then explain and agree upon the upon producer. Explain and agree upon the procedure with the demonstrator. So you should, before conducting the demonstration, you should explain the procedure to be followed while conducting the demonstration, and leave the written instructions prepared and put the written form, give it in a written form to the farmers. Then selection of the demonstration plot, that is also more important. Select plot preferably on the roadside so that it is visible to the people who are passing on the road. Select plot preferably on roadside field for easy accessibility, visibility, and publicity. You are frequently visiting. So while conducting the demonstration, the extension workers are frequently visiting the demonstration plot. So so if it is roadside, it is very accessible. We can frequently visit. Then clearly visibility, so that it is visible to the large number of audience, large number of people who are passing on the road, and it is very easy for publicity also. By putting the board in the demonstration plot, you can give so that it is visible to the people moving on the road. Field should be representative of average soils of the village. It should be representative of the village. It should not be the soil should not be too rich. That means too fertile, nor too poor. If the if the land is too fertile, so automatically the performance of the demonstration will be good. If the soil is too poor, poor field. So if the field is not fertile, so you cannot prove the results of the new practice. So average, the field should represent the average soils of the village for conducting the successful demonstration. So this is about, there should not be, at the same time you should see, there should not be any trees in the plot, demonstration plot. There should not be any compost pit. There should not be any water bodies. There should not be any animal grazing on the field. So all those things should be kept in mind while selecting the field. Then fifth phase is conduct of the demonstration. After deciding this topic, after deciding, selecting the demonstrator, after selecting the demonstration plot, then conduct the demonstration, actual conduct of the demonstration. So before conducting the actual demonstration, you should give wide publicity about the demonstration. So such and such demonstration will be conducted in such and such farmers field on such and such date, sowing date. So get all the materials ready, keep all the materials ready before conducting the demonstration. Have the written plan of work indicating specific activity. You should have, I told you already. So you prepare the plan of work or calendar of plan of work and calendar of operations, starting from sowing to harvesting date wise. Start the demonstration in the presence of villagers. So start the demonstration. Start the conduct of the demonstration. That is sowing. Suppose if you are conducting the demonstration, result demonstration on improved variety. So you should show the crop in front of the group of villagers. So you show the seeds of improved variety and seeds of local variety you are going to compare. So there should be seeds of both the varieties should be shown. You should show the which are the chemicals you are going to treat the seeds. Both the seeds should be treated by fertilizers. You are going to use that treat the seeds. fertilizer you are going to apply. So everything should be shown to the farmers. Start the demonstration in the presence of villagers. Arrange for method demonstrations where a skill is involved. So this result demonstration involved series of method demonstration. ಪದ್ಧತಿ ಪ್ರಾತ್ಯಕ್ಷಿಕೆಗಳು ಅಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು. So the method demonstrations are used to teach the skills. Here, so you can conduct, before conducting the result demonstration, you can conduct some method demonstration, how to treat the seeds with chemicals, how to make the chemical uniformly adhesive on the seeds. So that involves skills on which you can conduct the method demonstration. Similarly, on biofertilizers, method demonstration on biofertilizers, how to make the biofertilizer on the seed coat uniformly. So arrange for method demonstrations where a skill is involved in the demonstration. Then mark the demonstration plots with signs. After sowing, mark the demonstration plot with large signs so that all can see. Put the big board nearby demonstration plots so that others will see. So here is a demonstration is conducted on such and so everything should be written on the board. So demo is a soya bean, soya avareya ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಪ್ರಾತ್ಯಕ್ಷಿಕೆ, ಡೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಯಾವ ವೆರೈಟಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ everything should be written so that you can educate the other. Every time the farmer may not be there in the field to educate the others. So if you put, the others will come to know. So here is a result demonstration plot. So every time whenever they are passing on the road, they will have a quick glance at the plot, demonstration plot. Supervise the demonstration. So after conducting the demonstration, after sowing, visit the demonstration plot frequently to guide the farmers to take up timely operations. Educating the farmers what are the activities to be carried out after sowing. Then maintain the records and assist the demonstrating farmers. The extension worker should maintain the record and also he should assist the demonstrating farmers also in keeping the records, so that whenever the other farmers visit the demonstrating farmers fields, they can go through the records, date of sowing, say variety, seed material used, chemical fertilizer applied, spacing followed, everything should be written in the date of sowing, everything should be recorded in the record. Then follow up, 8th phase, that is follow up phase. Give publicity to the demonstration. Give publicity after conducting the demonstration. Give wide publicity about the demonstrations, so that the interested farmers can come and see the demonstration plot. Other farmers should be taken. Neighboring farmers, other farmers in the village to be taken to the field during the various stages of crop growth. So comparison stages, at what stage we can compare the, critically compare the both the existing variety and improved variety stages of crop growth to explain the differences. For example, vegetative growth stage, flowering stage, pod formation stage, and harvesting stage. Let the demonstrator himself explain the visitors. So allow, as far as possible, allow the demonstrating farmers to explain to the other farmers, so that it will give the, it leads to the confidence on the other farmers. If the farmer himself is telling with his own words about the improved cultivation practices, so it leads to confidence on the other farmers. Hold meeting at the result demonstration site at the time. So site to conduct the meeting of farmers, other farmers. Hold meeting at the result demonstration site at the time of harvest and yield should be compared, and therefore compared with the reference to the cost. Hold meeting at result demonstration site at the time of harvesting and the yield should be compared with the reference to the cost. So you can compare yield of both the varieties, so expenditure of both the varieties and costs, total income of both the varieties. Photographs and videos should be taken for the future use. Photographs of the demonstration plots, comparison, the successful demonstration plots, photos and videos should be taken, so those can be used for the future use. So publish news articles about the results of the demonstration and profit. Give publicity about the successful demonstration and its results, so that other farmers will come to know. So other farmers can come and discuss with the demonstrating farmers about the technologies. Then these are the advantages of result demonstration. Helps to prove the worth of the new practice. It is one of the best method to prove the worth of new practice in the farmers field. Technology over the existing, that is useful in introducing the new practice. Whenever it is one of the best method to introduce the new practice in the farmers condition. Then motivates the farmers to go for adoption of improved type. Motivates by showing the results, by seeing the results. It helps to motivate the farmers for the adoption of improved practices. It clarifies the doubt on the spot itself. If there are any doubts in the farmers, even in demonstrating farmers or any other farmers, you can clarify there itself in the live crop situation, in the live demonstration plots. So it builds up confidence among the farmers about the new technologies. By seeing the worth of the technology in the farmers situation itself, builds the confidence among the farmers about the new technology. More number of people can be convinced at a time. By taking the other farmers to the field, you can convince more number of farmers, more number of people can be convinced at a time. Then convince the hesitating farmers or wavy farmers. So some farmers not yet decided about the adoption of such farmers can be educated. Convince the convince the hesitating farmers or wavy farmers ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡಲಾರದಂತ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಳವಡಿಕೆಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡಲಾರದಂತ ರೈತರನ್ನ ನೀವು ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ದ ಎಜಿಟೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ through the principle of seeing and believing. See, this is more important. This method is based on the principle of seeing and believing. Farmers actually see the results of the technologies in the field situation. Thereby, you can make them believe. Believing the technology by seeing it. Believing. You can make the farmers believe about the technologies by seeing it in the field situation. So this method is based on the principle of seeing and believing. Gives extension worker experience that helps him recommended practices with greater conviction. So after conducting the successful demonstration, the extension worker can confidently recommend the technology to the other people. That means it gives the greater confidence, convinces the farmers that extension workers are practical. It convinces the farmers that the extension worker is practical man. Develop good leadership. The successful demonstrating farmers can become the good leader in the village. It develops some leadership qualities by explaining to the visiting farmers, the farmers who visit, whereby he can develop the good leader, or he can become a progressive farmer. Progressive farmer is one type of leader. So provides teaching material for further use. So good photographs of the successful demonstration, good video clippings of the demonstration can be used for teaching the other farmers by the extension worker. Provides teaching material for further use by the extension worker. Then advantages: requires a lot of time. The conduct of the demonstration, at least it requires minimum 1 season. For example, for conducting the demonstration on soybean, it requires minimum 100 days. For conducting the result demonstration on sugarcane, it may require 1 year or 18 months. So depending upon the crop duration, it requires time. It requires a lot of time to prove the or to show the results of the technologies. Requires a lot of preparation on the part of the extension worker. So identification of the topic, identification of the demonstrator, identification of the plot, sowing, maintenance, everything. It requires a lot of preparation. Costly, it is one of the costly teaching method. It involves a lot of costs. Sowing, harvesting, everything involves cost, starting from harvesting, seed material, chemical fertilizers, chemical pesticides, everything. So difficult to find good demonstrator who willing to keep the records and cooperate. It is very difficult to identify the cooperating farmers, willing to cooperate and willing to keep the records and willing to spare the demonstration part for teaching the others. Result may be vitiated by unfavorable factors like weather. So while conducting the demonstration, if there is a failure of the rain, if there is a long dry spell, so you may not conduct the demonstration successfully. Your demonstration plot may not come up well, or sometimes due to no rainfall, or sometimes due to heavy rainfall, or sometimes due to outbreak of pest and disease. Result may be shaded by unfavorable factors like weather, outbreak of pest and disease, etc. An unsuccessful demonstration may create strong unfavorable condition for the extension. So the unsuccessful uh, demonstration may result in negative unfavorable conditions for the other extension in future extension activities. It is also one of the drawback. Few people see the demonstration plot at the stage when it is more convincing. So it is not possible for all the farmers to visit the plots at the critical stages, that is grand growth stage, flowering stage, pod formation stage, harvesting stage. Few people see that. It is not possible for all the farmers. So it is not suitable for all the advocated practices. Sometimes it is. So in case of variety, it is possible. Whereas in case of spacing, it is possible. Sometimes uh, showing the results of the treating the seeds with chemicals, treating the seeds with the rhizobium. So under such situation, it is very difficult to prove the results. So it may not be. Whereas in case of variety, you can show the pod size, height of the plant, infirmity of the plant, resistance of the plant to the disease. They are clearly visible. Whereas in case of treating the seeds with chemical, treating the seeds with rhizobium, so you cannot prove the results. So create rivalries sometimes in the uh, village. If you do not, if you give the demonstration plot to the some farmers, the other farmers may create problem. So create rivalry sometimes requires expertise on the part of the extension. So it requires some sort of expertiseness. The extension worker should be expert in conducting the require some sort of expertise on the part of the extension worker. So this is about result demonstration. Next is whole form demonstration. Sampurna Iduvali Pratyakshike. So whole form demonstration is a type of demonstration conducted with the individual farmers. Result demonstration is also conducted with the individual farmer. So similarly, whole form demonstration is also conducted with individual farmers over a period of time. It is continuously conducted for 3 years in the same farmer. So once you adopt the particular farmer field for whole farm demonstration, it should be continued for 3 years. So whole farm demonstration is a type of demonstration conducted with individual farmers over a period of time to emphasize on farm management. It mainly emphasizes on farm how to manage all the crop enterprises to get sustainable income or sustainable yield over a period of time to emphasize on farm management with reference to all crops and enterprises. So in the whole farm demonstrations, all the crop enterprises practiced by the farmers are taken into consideration for adoption of improved cultivation practices. All the crop enterprises. So improved cultivation practices are adopted in all the crop enterprises. You may be growing red gram. So in red gram also improved cultivation practices. You may be growing soybean. So in soybean also improved cultivation practices are adopted. If he is growing wheat, so in wheat also improved cultivation practices are adopted. If he is maintaining dairy animals, in dairy animals also. So it is taken as a whole unit. All in all the enterprises, the improved cultivation practices are adopted to show the worth of the improved cultivation practices to the farmers to make the whole farm as a sustainable unit. Hence, the entire holding of an individual is considered as one simple unit. One simple unit. Hence the entire holding of an individual is considered as one simple unit. In short, the main purpose of whole farm demonstration is to assist the selected farmers to develop their entire farm over a period of years, developing the entire farm over a period of days, that is over a period of 3 years, and to train them to become a really successful entrepreneur. So in the whole farm, in all the enterprises, improved cultivation practices are adopted to make it a sustainable farm unit. So for that, whole farm demonstration is conducted. These are the objectives of whole farm demonstrations: to encourage the farmers to take up improvement in as many as crops grown or as many as enterprises he is practicing. To encourage the farmers to take up improvement in as many as farmers. That means encouraging the farmers to adopt improved cultivation practices in all the enterprises, crop enterprise, animal enterprises, encouraging the farmers to adopt improved cultivation practices in all enterprises by them in a various seasons by demonstrating new agriculture practices on this. So to assist the farmers in developing the mixed farming, so assisting the farmers to go for diversification in the farming, assist the farmers in developing the mixed farming by adoption of other enterprises like dairy, poultry, in addition to crop enterprises, assisting the farmers to go for diversifying the farming activities by adopting enterprises like dairy, poultry, etc. So thereby you can use byproduct of one enterprise to other. For example, byproduct of jawar. So for example, jawar powder may be used for feeding the dairy animals. The byproduct of dairy animal, for example, manure, dung manure, can be used for crop cultivation. So like this, each enterprise, the enterprises, different enterprises supplementing and complementing each other. Thereby, you can maximize the yield, maximize the income, maximize the profit. Then to educate the farmers to make them farm account conscious, to educate the farmers, keeping the accounts of all the enterprises. So thereby you will come to know which enterprise is giving more income, which enterprise is giving more profit. So thereby you can become the farmers more account conscious. So to make the farm as a sustainable unit, farm as a whole into a sustainable unit, you should keep the accounts, you should know the income of each enterprises. Thereby you can make him farm account conscious. So this is the only method through which we can make the farmers farm account conscious, helping the farmers to help farmers to improving their total farm economy, helping the farmers to improve their total farm economy by working with them over a period of time, to improve the economy of the farmers by working with him for over a period of time, at least for 3 years. Then to develop farm units, to develop all farm demonstration units as a center of agriculture development. So to develop all farm demonstration into a center of agriculture developments to educate the other farmers in the local areas. To develop the whole farm units as a center of agriculture development in the local area, so that other farmers will be able to take them as a resources for agriculture knowledge, leading to greater rapid spread of farm innovations. So it can be the center, the whole farm unit can be used as a center of agriculture development for educating the others. These are the objectives. Whole farm demonstration. So the remaining aspect, that is procedure to be conducted, the demonstration or everything are same, similar to the result demonstration. So in the next class, we shall see about farm trial or field trial.